citizen of Wisconsin. Kingdom citizen, kingdom citizen, yeah, yeah, kingdom citizen. Blessings, blessings, everyone. This is Dr. David D. King, Kingdom Citizen of Wisconsin show. Hey, J-Rod, how you doing, sir? How are you? How are you? I'm coming on right now just to do a quick show and not a long show. I just want to come on and have a conversation about Milwaukee. And so I need you guys to tag everyone that you can think of here for tonight's show. I got a recording of the constitutional teaching tonight. It'll be pre-recorded, and then we will put it up after we record it tonight. I've been very busy working the Brewers game. Kingdom Ecclesia Academy is raising money to open up our schools. So we've been at the Brewer game, working concession stands at the Brewer game. If you would like to volunteer and help Kingdom Ecclesia in this fundraising, then we invite you to join in with us. Call me at 414-676-0842, 414-676-0842 to go right along in. You can come in and work with us. We get you trained, and you can work with us as we raise money for the school. And it's time for the school to be up and running. We have too many children that is going on. I know you are, sir. I know you are. And I'll call you in a minute, sir. So I want to come on and we just came out of an election, and that in that election we had some things that did not turn out in the way some people was hoping that it turned out. But I really want to talk to the people in Milwaukee because of the fact that we have in the city of Milwaukee, we have 10 months. We have 10 months to make up our mind what kind of city we want in the city of Milwaukee. We have 10 months to come together as a city. For so long, they had us divided: Democrat, Republicans, Libertarians, Green Party, liberals, progressive, conservatives. And as long as we stay divided, even the Bible says a kingdom that is divided shall not stand. And Milwaukee, we're not standing right now. We got high crime. We have bad education. We have a city that's almost bankrupt because of mismanaging of the funds and not taking care of everything that needs to be taken care of. And I'm not going to take this opportunity to try to dump on a person per se. I'm not going to sit here and say anything bad about the mayor of the city or every auto person of the city. What I'm going to say is this: they might be a good person, they're just not good leaders. There might be a good person, but they're not good leaders. And if you look at the condition of the city of Milwaukee, it shows their leadership. If you look at the high crime, it shows their leadership. If you look at the failed education system, it shows their leadership. This is not blamed on per se party, is blamed on the individual's ability to lead. And this is what Milwaukee is missing. Milwaukee is missing leadership, someone that will make tough decisions, someone that is willing to look out for everybody and not just a selective few, someone that are going to be friendly to business owners so the business owners can get the things that they need, and so that they can get the lead that they need so they can prosper and hire more people. We need to make sure families are taken care of. See, when a person is a mayor of a city, you're not a mayor of a party per se. You're a mayor of all the people of Milwaukee. And there are people on both sides of the aisle that have good ideas and have a heart for the city. And this is why it takes us to make Milwaukee better. It takes us to come to that middle and make the city safer. It takes us to come to the middle and make the education system a lot better. It takes all of us to fix crime. We have people that are leaving the city because they can't prosper here. And you know what? We cannot afford to allow them anymore to make this a one issue. And when you focus on one issue, you will never get down to the results of what's really going to happen. Let me do it this way so you guys will really understand exactly what I am saying. And right now I'm steady tagging folks in, and I ask you to do the same thing. And I want you to tag other people in, especially those that are close to Milwaukee or who have a heart for Milwaukee. Because here's the thing: if Milwaukee get healthy, the state is healthy. If Milwaukee get healthy, the state is healthy. And let's take it from like a football team. And most of you out there that watch me, I know you guys are Packer fans. So let's say the Packers have a 2 to 3 year losing season. 3 to 2 years losing season. The first thing you guys are going to say is get rid of the coach. Get rid of the head guy, the guy that's in charge, the guy that's supposed to control the players. That is the head. That is the head coach. You want the head coach gone. And if the head coach is gone, then you also want the defense coordinator coach to be gone. You even might want the general manager gone. You want the head gone, and you want a new coach. You want a new set of coaches that can get the people pumped up, get the team fired up so they can go out there and bring you guys home a Super Bowl. And if we do that for football, if we do that for basketball, if we do that for baseball, should we not do that for our own lives? Should we not say, you know what? These ornaments has failed us. We have poor service from the city. We have high crime in the city. We have a failed education system. We have a budget that is out of control, and the city is almost bankrupt. We have one person that is governing both the city and the county. One person, and that is Chris Abley, who gave money to both campaigns. So we have one person who's really governing the city and the county. Shouldn't we, the people, be the ones who's governing the city and the county? Shouldn't we, the people, be the ones who make sure that they go to City Hall and make decisions that's going to better our lives and not hurt our lives? Shouldn't we, the people, be the ones that making sure that we get the best service in the city, whether you're on the north side, south side, east side, or west side of the city, that every one of us should feel safe in our homes, that every one of us should not be getting comfortable with gunshots in our neighborhood where we have to fall to the floor? Shouldn't we all be the one that dictate to this? Shouldn't we all have a say in this? Shouldn't we all make sure the people we hire to govern us be the ones to tell them that they're not doing their job? We should be the ones to say to those that we elect, you have not did us right. You have failed us time and time again. And it is time to say goodbye to you. It is time to say so long. It is time to say we want the city to go in a new direction. We all want a safer city. We all want a better education system. We all want our children to be able to play outside without a stray bullet hitting our children. We all want to grow our business and allow our business to be prosperous in the city of Milwaukee. That's what we all want. We have 10 months. 10 months. And if we really, really do our job, if we really don't let them throw an issue there, and we really look at what they have done or not done, and you look at it, they had a big issue about the lead in the water. Big issue. They received federal dollars for the lead in the water. But guess what? It's the problem solved. Have they did anything that there's no more lead in the water? Have they done anything? No, they just hushed and they got quiet because they're not concerned about you. They forgot that you are their boss. They forgot that you're the one that they supposed to answer to, not a party, not one person, but we the people. That's who they're supposed to be answering to. That's the ones that they should be saying, you know what? I was wrong. I didn't govern the way you wanted me to govern, but they didn't. And it is time for Milwaukee. We got 10 months, Milwaukee. We got 10 months to come together as a people. This is not about a party thing, and we can't allow them to make it a party thing. Our school board race became a party issue. It should never been a party issue. It should have been our children issue. But we allow certain people to turn it into that. We cannot allow that anymore, because the more we allow it to turn into one issue, the more we allow them to make it a party issue, the more we lose. And it's time for us to start winning. It is time for us to move forward. It is time for us to say, you know what, enough is enough. We have a great basketball team in the city of Milwaukee. We have a great baseball team in the city of Milwaukee. Even the Admirals is good. The hockey and the soccer team is good. But the people are hurting. The people are dying. The people are in despair. The people are mourning. The people are crying. The people are suffering. The people are being forgotten. And that is because we got the wrong leadership in office. In this campaign that I run for mayor, I would never allow anybody to put anything up personal about an individual. But what we will talk about is the condition of our city and how they conducted themselves as the leaders of this city. And because of their poor leadership, Milwaukee suffered. Because of their poor leadership, as a pastor, we're doing funerals for young men and young women that we shouldn't be doing funerals for right now. But because of leadership, because they're not concerned about the things of an average person's life, they're not concerned about it. And this is what we get. So we have 10 months to make a decision on what kind of city do we want? What kind of city would we like? What kind of city should we have? How do you see Milwaukee? And a lot of people see it with no hope. A lot of people see it where they feel that nothing will change. You got a lot of people that see it as don't nobody care about what's going on in the city of Milwaukee. But I want you to know, I care. I want you to know that we together can make Milwaukee better. One mind, one purpose, one goal, to make Milwaukee safer and a prosperous home for us all. We can do that. We can have that kind of a city. We can have the kind of city that no matter what side of town you look on, that you live on, you will have great service from the city of Milwaukee. You will have great protection from our police department where they'll protect and serve. You will have great response time for the fire department. No matter what side of town you live on, you will have the best. We will make sure that the service that comes from the city of Milwaukee will be the best service. We will hold every department accountable to make sure everybody is treated equally. I have plans that I will roll out in a minute on how to make Milwaukee safer, how we'll be able to trust our police department, how we'll be able to work together with our police department, work together with community leaders, work together with every religion, because we all in the same city. We got to be able to learn how to work together, that everybody's life is protected. And one of the things that we have to understand is, you might say, well, can it be done? Yes, it can be done. I worked in this city ever since Chief Arthur Jones was the chief of police in this city. I worked in this city helping people get off drugs. I worked in this city helping people that came out of prison. I worked in this city helping single moms because I ran a transitional home for single moms. I worked in this city helping people get jobs. I watched crime drop in communities once we started working with people, giving them jobs. So can it work? Yes. Yes, if we have the right leadership, Milwaukee will be a place that we can brag on. Milwaukee will be a place that people will move to because the right leadership is in office. And this is what we need in the city of Milwaukee. But it's take all of us, not one person, each and every one of us. It takes us all. And we got to have the things in place that will allow our children to have places to go so that they can learn, they can use all that energy, they can learn something new. I mean, when I was a kid, I had somewhere to go. When I was a teenager, I had somewhere to go. I didn't have to run the streets if I didn't want to run the streets because Brother Bob Smith gave me keys to St. Elizabeth, and I can go in and play basketball. Brother Ken taught me how to drive a car. So I had places and I had people that was ready to invest in me. And now I'm ready to invest back, just like I've always been doing, investing back into the city of Milwaukee. And we're looking for people that's ready to invest in Milwaukee. We're looking for people that's ready to give back. We're looking for people that's ready to come together. We're looking for people that has a heart for the city, heart for the children, heart for business owners, heart for our education system, heart for families, heart for safer communities. It takes all of us to make this happen. It's going to take all of us. I can't do it by myself. I would be sitting here lying to you if I tell you that I'm going to change Milwaukee by myself. I can't do it. But together we can. United we stand, divided we fall. We can rebuild Milwaukee. We can rebuild relationship in the city of Milwaukee. We can rebuild trust in Milwaukee. We can throw out of the title of Milwaukee a divided, desegregated city. We can come together. I know we can. I see it when it comes to football. I see it when it comes to the Bucks. I see it when it comes to baseball. Nobody that be down in their district, you can separate them and divide them. You don't see that. You don't see the Republicans and the conservatives on this side of the Deer District, and you don't see the liberals and the Democrats on this side of the Deer District. You don't see the independents and the libertarians on this side of the Deer District. We all together because they had one common goal: go Bucks, go. That was the common goal being at the Deer District. It didn't matter your financial status. It didn't matter what race you was under. It didn't matter what political party you was on. Everybody was focused on one thing and one thing only, and that was go Bucks, go. We can put all that crap to the side and come together and say, go Milwaukee, go. We can come together and rebuild Milwaukee. We can come together and make it a better place for all of us. We got 10 months to make Milwaukee better. And I say to you, unless we come together, Milwaukee will not get better. Unless we come together, Milwaukee will be bankrupt. Unless we come together, crime is continue to rise. Unless we come together, families, homes is going to continue to be broken. Unless we come together, we're going to continue to graduate children that cannot read, write, or do math. We have to come together as a whole. We have to come together as a people. We have to come together as Milwaukeeans. Without that, we're not going to stand. We're not going to survive. Nothing is going to change until we, those of us who love this city, come together. Like I said, you got good people on every side. You got good people who has a heart for Milwaukee. And here's the thing. Leadership is going to tell you that they went to Madison and they asked for more money and they asked for more things and they won't give it to us. And the reason they're not giving it to them because they're not doing anything different to make Milwaukee better. And a lot of times you don't need more money. You just need to get the job, do the job. And if we do the job, we can make Milwaukee better. And for those of you that lives on the outside of Milwaukee and you're talking about the crime in Milwaukee and you're talking about everything that's happening in Milwaukee, let me explain something to you. Don't consider yourself safe because when cancer spreads, it spreads and it goes wild. So you might not be in the city of Milwaukee and you saying, well, it ain't going to affect me. It just hasn't affected you yet, but it will affect. It affects you as part of the state because Milwaukee is not healthy and Milwaukee is not strong and Milwaukee is not thriving. But it affects every one of us in Wisconsin. Look what happened in Chicago. They got sick and tired of bad leadership. And because they got sick and tired of bad leadership, the mayor didn't even make it out of the primary because they were sick and tired of bad leadership. Milwaukee, are we tired of bad leadership? Are we ready to make a difference? Are we ready to make a change? Are we ready to do something different? And I got to ask this question. If we change something, what do we got to lose? Nothing. What do we got to gain leaving those same people in office? Nothing. Nothing is going to change. If you put the same people in there with the same mindset, the same ideas, you get the same thing that you always got. It is time that you guys allow people to come together and say, you know what, we're not dealing with these issues that they're going to try to use, the scare tactics that they're going to try to use, the lies that they're going to try to use, the smear campaigns that they're going to try to use, because it's coming. They're going to try to lie on Dr. King. They're going to say all kind of crazy stuff about Dr. King or what Dr. King stand for or what Dr. King believe. But I tell you like this, 414-676-0842. you call Dr. King yourself and you ask Dr. King, what do he stand for? And I will answer you. I will answer anybody that called my phone as I did when I ran for lieutenant governor. Anybody called my phone, they can tell you I answered that phone. And if I couldn't, I returned that call right away. I will answer anything you will have me to answer. I will not allow nobody to do a smear campaign because they don't want to address the truth. They don't want to deal with the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is bad leadership. Not bad persons, bad leadership. You know, you look at companies. Reason some companies goes down because the leadership was bad. Bad leadership. And when you got bad leadership, then you're going to always, it never fails. You get bad leadership, things start to go down. And we've been having bad leadership for a long, long time in the city of Milwaukee. We had bad leadership with Tom Barrett, who spent more money on that little choo-choo Charlie train instead of taking care of the people of Milwaukee, because all he was focused on was that. That's bad leadership. When you do make decisions to something that is not going to benefit or help others, that's bad leadership. Everybody in the city of Milwaukee did not want that train that goes nowhere. It goes nowhere. But what did they do? Nothing. It's time, people. We got 10 months. 10 months. That's not a long time to ask ourselves a simple question. Do I want to continue to vote for poor and failed leadership? Or do I want to look and be a part of true leadership that is going to help us have a better city and a better Milwaukee? Why do I use the word true leadership? Because true leaders always empower the people. That's what true leaders do. They always empower the people. And as the true leader for the city of Milwaukee, I will be empowering the people of Milwaukee to rise up, to take their opportunity that they've been looking for, to grow, to strengthen their family, to feed their family, to have their children education system to become one of the best education systems in the country. That's what we need. We got to stop setting people up for failure, and we got to start working with them so they will be successful. So this is Dr. David King, and I just wanted to come on for a moment and say we got 10 months. 10 months to make Milwaukee better. 10 months to make the city a place we can brag on. Not a place where they say, where you from, Milwaukee? Oh, that place I hear is dangerous, killings, worst place to raise a family. We can turn it around. We, not me, we. It takes all of us to make it better. It takes all of us to rise up. It takes all of us. One person ain't gonna do it. But I will promise you one thing. In these 10 months, I will put so much truth out here and where to find it. So much truth I will put out here and where to find it. You will know where to find each and everything that I'm going to put out there for the people. If we, the people, come together, we will have a great city, a great community. We will have a great opportunity for all of us. All of us. It's going to take all of us to make it happen. And if you want a better Milwaukee, join us. Join Team King. Join us and for the next 10 months, join us to make Milwaukee a better place. We got 10 months. We need fresh ideas, ideas, godly wisdom to turn this city around. So we need godly people even running for aldermen. We need godly people running for county exec. We need godly people. And listen, the thing about it is, I'm not trying to force a religion on anybody, but I know the mess that we got ourselves into, we need the wisdom of God to get us out of. Because we are in a mess. They won't tell you that this city financially is in trouble. They won't tell you that the lead is still in the water, that you're still drinking, that you have a mental illness run rapid because some of it comes from the water. They're not going to tell you that they messed up with a lot of things. They're not going to tell you because they're going to push one issue. They want you to run on that issue, and that's it. But as we bring the truth, I want you to question me, but I also want you to question other folks that might be running, other folks that are pushing other folks, and see if they tell you the truth. Because one of the things about it is they're not going to tell you truth. They're not going to let you understand that the problem that we have, it comes from bad leadership. And when you look at our city, and you look at, for those of us who grew up in this city, what it was versus what it is today. If you look at our city, and when as you grew up in this city, how many great jobs was in this city, to the fact that you could have quit a job and walked across the street or down the street or a block or a mile or two away, and you can get another job just like that. Now, there are some jobs in our city, don't get me wrong, but the people are not trained. So the right training is not even going forward for these people to receive the job. There was one company that I was working with, and they wanted to hire so many people, but the problem was the people couldn't read a ruler. And they couldn't read a ruler, so they couldn't pass the ruler test, so they couldn't get the job. So if we don't know numbers, if we don't teach our children how to read a ruler, if we don't teach them how to read blueprints, if we don't teach them the basics, then how are we expect them to provide for themselves and their families? How are we going to expect them to thrive if they don't even have the right tools to thrive? I just thought I'd put that out there because for years I've been helping people get jobs, and the basic stuff they couldn't do. So how we expect them to be successful when we have not even given them the basics? I was interviewing a young lady, 18 years old, just graduated high school. And in the middle of the interview, she just broke down crying and she said, they didn't prepare me for this. So we worked with her, we gave her the job, we worked with her to prepare her. Our children are not prepared to be successful out here. And we have to do something about it. And it won't happen until we come together. So I'm calling on Milwaukee. Let us come together. Let's make our city better. Let's do the things that needs to be done for the betterment of everybody. just at the Deer District, just as the Brewers game, just at the Packer games. You don't even know that you're high-fiving and hugging a Republican or a Democrat or a liberal or a conservative. Y'all there for one thing and only, and that's the Packers or the Bucks or the Brewers. Let's do the same thing when it comes to our city. Let's put that stuff aside and let's come together. Let's put it aside and let's come together for the betterment of all of us. For the betterment of all of us. This is about us. This is not about an individual. This is about us. And I want you guys to know, don't look at what it is. Let's look down the road to what it can be. We can have a better city. We can have a better education. We can have less crime. We can have families strengthening and growing together. We can have a community that we respect one another. We can have all of that. We just got to be willing to work toward that. Together we can do this. As mayor of the city of Milwaukee, we can do this. And that's why I'm in the race to make Milwaukee a better place for us all. So, this is Dr. David King. Until next time, God bless.